What is up, guys? Zeshin here, back again with episode, 6 now? I think 6. I'm going to say 6 of Weekly Gaming News. And you probably already know what this episode is going to be about. E-fucking-3. So through this past week, starting on Sunday and ending Tuesday, which actually did, I'm recording this, E3 happened and we got news from EA, Bethesda, Microsoft, Sony, Ubisoft, Square Enix, and Nintendo, among some other small developers. And I'm going to go through some of the main news and some other news that I've seen throughout the week and whatnot. Now, this video is probably going to be long. I might do it in multiple parts and have it go up Thursday and Friday. I'm not sure yet. And also, there's probably not going to be an episode next week because, as you know, or if you've been following me at all, I'm currently in a move, and I actually had to have my room empty by Friday because they need to come in here and paint. But so I'm probably going to take a week off, but I'll resume once I'm all settled into my new place. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Actually, just one more quick thing. As I go through these, some of the news stories I don't care about, so I'm just going to kind of read off of them, and things I have an opinion about, I'm going to dive a little deeper into. Anyway, so now, without further ado, let's dive on in. So I'm going to start off with EA. I'm going to go in order of the press conferences, and I'm going to throw any last-minute news that came that wasn't in press conferences, like either throughout or at the end of the series of videos or video. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Now, I did watch all the press conferences, but I don't quite remember exactly everything. I'm just literally going off the IGN article, breaking down everything. You probably can't see my screen. EA started off by talking about Battlefield 5, and I really don't care. I'm not like a shooter guy. I mean, I am, but I'm not. Like, I like a good campaign and whatnot, but I've never really been in a Battlefield except for Bad Company 1 and 2. Those are the only ones I've played. I think I played 1943 or something like that, were the downloaded ones in PS3. That was only online, but I'm not really into those types of games. But they announced a Battle Royale mode, which every single game is Battle Royale now. I don't know, I'm not really into that. They announced FIFA 19 and also Madden 19. I don't care. Like, I think also NBA Live or whatever their basketball thing is. All the sports stuff, I don't care. They talked about this new thing called Origins Access Premier. And it's kind of like, I don't exactly quite remember what it is, but I know, I can't remember his name, but the guy who's talking about it, he was talking more about how, like, streaming, be able to play games on any device, and Microsoft had the same thing too. And I'm just going to go on a small tangent about how I feel about that. I kind of hate how, as technology gets better and better, and as we go further and further in time, I don't know what the hell I'm saying, how owning things doesn't really apply anymore, because, like, you look at the music industry, no one buys records or CDs or anything. They barely even buy digital music. They stream it on Spotify or YouTube or Apple Music. I used to buy CDs all the time, but then I eventually just switched to buying them off iTunes, and I still do that all the time. And I'll use Spotify every now and again, but I don't pay for it or anything. I just, like, I don't know. And I'll definitely listen to music, just go to YouTube videos, search it up, and do it. But if I really like the band or the album, I'll buy it. And I kind of feel the same way when it comes to games or anything else. Like, everything is now either digital or everything is going to go to streaming. And when it comes to digital, you barely own it. You might pay for it, but you only have a license, and they could take that license away at any time, and then you no longer be able to access the thing you paid for. And with streaming, you don't own it at all. You're literally paying. I mean, yeah, you can pay a certain price a month, and you get to play whatever you want, but you don't own anything. And I don't know. I just don't really like that. I really don't want physical games to go away, but I'm sure they will eventually, which is unfortunate. But I really like having physical games and stuff. Tangent over. The next thing that was revealed, sorta, was Respawn's Star Wars game, which is called, what is it called? Hold on one second. It's called Jedi Fallen Order, and it takes place between 3 and 4, and it's about when the Jedi are being hunted by the Empire. And I think that's pretty cool, and I kind of like that setting, and I think it'll be fun. But they didn't show any footage, a logo, a teaser, nothing. It was just the game director, I think, talking to Andrew Renee, who was hosting the E3 press conference, very awkwardly. I saw a few memes in the Kind of Funny Facebook group, because, you know, she is part of Kind of Funny. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, we're working on a game. It's Star Wars Jedi, the Fallen Order, whatever the hell it's called. And it sounds exciting, and I can't wait for it to actually come out and get more information, but I don't know, I think it was weird to talk about it like that, but whatever. Also, speaking of Star Wars, they announced that Star Wars Clone Wars era characters like Obi-Wan, General Grievous, and Anakin are coming to Battlefront 2. And that's really cool because I might get a lot of hate here, but I actually like the Star Wars prequels, and I like characters like Anakin and Obi-Wan and Grievous and stuff, and I like that time and setting, but I don't know. That's pretty cool, and maybe I'll play some when they come out. I have Battlefront 2. The campaign was okay, and I played a little bit of the multiplayer, but you know me, I'm not a multiplayer shooter guy. And then a surprise announcement, we got Yarny 2, and it's a co-op game, and it was released that night, which was cool. I like that's one thing I like about E3 is like, here's this game, you didn't know about it, and guess what? You can have it right now, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I played a little bit of the first Yarny. I didn't, or Unraveled. Did I say Yarny the whole time? I don't know. I played a little bit of the first Unraveled, and it was okay, but I didn't get too into it. The next game they announced was the next EA Originals, or whatever they're calling it, where they have the small indie developers come and make. They did that with Unraveled, then there was A Way Out, and now this new game is called Sea of Solitude, and it seems cool. It's got an interesting art style, and I guess it's about this woman who's like so alone if she becomes like a monster or something. It looks interesting. I might play it. I'll have to see more gameplay and what's all about and everything, but it looks interesting. I kind of like the EA is doing this, like you're taking these small indie devs, they're bringing them out and shining a huge light on them, saying, hey, look at these small devs making these amazing games, and giving them the money and the backing that they need to make these games a reality and everything, and that's pretty cool of them. They announced a new Command & Conquer for mobile. I've heard of Command & Conquer, never played it. I don't like strategy games, so. And the last thing they talked about was Anthem, and the game looks interesting, but it's not really my type of game. Like, I'm not really multiplayer or shared world or blah 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 blah, whatever those games are. I'm not really the type of person. But it has no loot boxes, but it does have paid cosmetics, which is fine for, I don't know, I don't care either way. I guess there's like, because it's made by BioWare, but it doesn't have like romance options and other stuff. There's some BioWare fans that are a little concerned, but I'm like, I don't care. I'm not a BioWare fan. I was never into Dragon Age. I tried to get into Dragon Age Origins, but I didn't like how it played. And I was never really was into Mass Effect. I don't like that whole, you make this choice and the whole game changes type stories. Now we're going to talk about Microsoft. And they actually had a pretty cool conference. They announced a bunch of stuff. Some cool surprise announcements. Saw Kingdom Hearts 3 there, which is, I know it's coming to Xbox. I was like, holy shit, it's on Xbox stage. That's pretty cool. First thing they showed was a trailer for Halo Infinite. I've never been into Halo because I never had an Xbox, so that's why. I'm sure if I grew up with the original Xbox and 360 or whatever, I probably would be into Halo, but since I didn't, I'm not. I have played Halos before, never like to completion or anything, but they're fun, whatever. But I don't know if this is supposed to be like Halo 6, or if this is just a spin-off. I'm not exactly sure. Well, I guess it says right here, the 6th installment in the main Halo franchise was revealed as Halo Infinite. Okay, so I guess it is Halo 6. Like I said, I don't really remember the conferences in order. I'm just going off the IGN list, so I don't know if these are necessarily in order. But then they announced Gears of War 5, which is not surprising. Again, same thing as Halo. So I never had an Xbox, so I never really got into Gears, but I have played some co-op with my friend. They also announced 2 other Gears games. Gears Pop, which is, you know, the pop vinyl figures. But they like streamed the cutout and like skipped when I was watching it, so I didn't see the actual whole thing. But I guess that's an actual game. I thought we were just announcing just they're coming out with pop figures. And then Gears Tactics, which I remember was teased. So it's like Halo Wars, but Gears. Yeah, this is definitely not in order for the IGN list because this was the last. But Cyberpunk 2077 was not revealed, but they showed it off in a new trailer. And I keep hearing about this game, but I've never really known anything about it. All I know is made by CD Projekt Red, who makes the Witcher series. And I guess it's a first-person shooter RPG set in like a future setting, obviously. I'll probably play it. I like first-person shooters and RPGs, and so I thought Witcher 3 was really good. So I trust CD Projekt Red, and I guess this game has been in development for a long time. So it's cool. They showed off Fallout 76, which was announced a few weeks ago, then they got into more detail in Bethesda's press conference. I'll talk more about that later, just like Bethesda did. Division 2 stuff, release date, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about Division, so. As was teased in, like, there was I think it was a leak. I think it was in the Walmart leak. And then there was the trademark registered for Devil May Cry 5. But that was officially revealed. And it looks cool, I guess. Because I remember I was watching, because I've never played Devil May Cry. But I was watching, I'm like, so it's Devil May Cry 5, but the character looks like the Dante from DMC, which people didn't like. But I guess it's not. I have no idea. But the game looks fun. I do like that style of game. Like I said in the last week of gaming news, I think, I kind of want to try to get into the Devil May Cry series. They're all on PS4, so I'll probably try to get into them. The next From Software game, Shikro, I don't know how to pronounce it. Shadows Die Twice was revealed, and I remember we got that teaser, I think. I don't remember where it was, but we got a teaser, just Shadows Die Twice. It was like a quick teaser, and then Shadows Die Twice. Twice. Everyone thought it was Bloodborne 2. It turns out it's this. And it's probably like Activision, which I find odd, but whatever. If it's anything like Dark Souls or Bloodborne, like the really hard difficulty and slow combat, I'm not too into it. But it did look a bit faster. Maybe it's not going to quite be like that, which I hope so, because I might get into it then. Then, as teased in the Walmart leak and in that Steam leak, I think it was, I believe it was in the Walmart leak too, and that Steam glitch where they show it off pre-order now, Just Cause 4 revealed, and I talked about this in our last episode, and I'm not going to rehash again, but basically, I've never played Just Cause. It looks fun. I have Just Cause 3 because it's free PS Plus. Haven't installed my system, never played it. Next. Surprisingly, Forza Horizon 4 wasn't revealed, don't care. Dying Light 2 revealed, I don't care. Again, open world zombie game, bored. We got a new trailer for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. The game looks fun. I haven't played Rise of the Tomb Raider yet, and I really like the Tomb Raider reboot, 2013 reboot. I just haven't gotten to Rise yet, but I'm sure those are both. I really like the first one, like I said, and Rise is really well received, and I'm sure this one will be received too. I know it's not being developed by Crystal Dynamics, it's being developed by Eidos Montreal. I think Crystal Dynamics is helping a little bit, but I don't know, it looks like Tomb Raider. Well, new Tomb Raider anyway. This next one is cool. This new game called Jump Force, and it's basically a crossover between Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece. And I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. I really like Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. I've watched a little bit of Naruto. I tried getting into it. I remember like a long time ago, Cartoon Network was having a Naruto marathon and trying to watch. They were showing like the whole series or whatever, the original Naruto. But there's like, I don't know, same thing as like Dragon Ball is a bunch of different series of it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't follow it. But I got up to where they're like in that big forest thing, and Naruto did like the sexy jutsu or whatever. My mom's like, "What the hell are you watching?" I'm like, and then I kind of stopped watching from there. I do want to try to get back into it though. And then I've never been into One Piece, but I don't know. But this game looks fun. I kind of like how it has realistic graphics with anime characters, because like every time an anime game comes out, they always have like the anime looking graphics, which that makes sense, basing off anime, so might as well make the game look like the cartoon. But it's cool seeing these characters in a different art style. Next, Microsoft announced that they required 5 studios. They required Playground Games, who is the Forza Horizon developer. I thought they already owned them, but I guess not. So now they own Playground. They acquired Undead Labs, who makes State of Decay. One thing that was surprising was they got Ninja Theory, who made Hellblade and a bunch of other games in the past. And I was like, wow, what is that? So if there's a Hellblade sequel, that means it's going to be exclusive to Xbox and PC, I guess. And is that going to affect... I mean, I'm sure it won't, because the same thing when they bought Mojang, and they still release different versions of Minecraft on other platforms too. But that makes sense because Minecraft's such a huge property. But I wonder if that will affect Hellblade and other platforms, because I know it came on PlayStation first, and it was on PlayStation exclusively for a while, and PC. And it just recently came to Xbox, but then they bought the developer. And they also bought Compulsion, who's making We Happy Few, which is that game's being published by Gearbox, which I thought was weird. I guess, so I don't think this will affect this game because it's already coming out soon, so it's probably still going to come to PS4 and everything that it's supposed to, but any other future games they make probably exclusive to Xbox. And then they're forming a new studio called The Initiative, and I'm not exactly sure what that is. They talked about Xbox Game Pass, which more games are coming to it, and I guess all games, like Microsoft Studios games, are going to launch day and date with that, which is cool. Same thing as I was talking before with like the whole streaming thing is like, I don't know how I feel about it, but it's the future, I guess, and it's a cool service. Crackdown 3 finally has a release date. It's coming out in February 2019, and probably the 22nd, like a bunch of other games are coming out that day. Some Battlefield 5 stuff, a new map for PUBG, Metro Exodus has a release date. That's coming out the 22nd of February. Like I said, actually, this is where we got the debut of the Frozen World trailer we got at the Xbox showcase. And I initially saw the trailer, just the Kingdom Hearts YouTube channel, because I was at work and I couldn't watch the press conference. Really good trailer. New trailer for We Happy Few, Cuphead DLC, a new Battletoads game, skateboarding game, which I thought was Skate 4, but it's a game called Session. Cool. This game called Tunic, which is straight up a Zelda clone, and he plays a little cute fox, and I'm probably going to play this, it looks cool. A new Ori, was this game already announced? I guess it was already announced, and it's coming out 2019. It's guessed as the second Ori game. That's cool. Oh, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, which is the same people who make Life is Strange. It's set in that same universe, and that's cool. I'm not really into those kind of games, so Nier Automata has become As God's Edition. That's a weird sentence. Coming to Xbox, has all the previous DLC. I hope that comes to PS4 as well, because I want to play that game. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition announced. Sea of Thieves content. Black Desert Xbox One release date. Yeah, so that was the Xbox conference. So a lot of stuff there. Like I said, it was a cool conference. I don't have a problem with the Xbox. I'm putting my knee up in my bass drum because I've been standing for a while and my back hurts. But yeah, that was the Xbox conference. It was pretty cool. I always like watching them because they always got cool stuff and they're very upbeat and positive in their conferences. And I like what they show off, even though I'm not like an Xbox gamer. Not that I have anything against them, but it's just I just never had an Xbox. But it was a cool conference, and that's from a person who's not an Xbox fan. So, I don't know. I'm going to end this video here, though. It's probably going to be long, so this is going to be part 1 of it. I'm going to take a small break and sit down, because I've been standing for a while. And then I'm going to go over some more press conferences. It might actually be a 3-parter. I don't know. Holy hell, there's a lot to unpack here. It's E3. I was not surprised there's going to be an abundance of news. Usually I'm just like, I have to scour through the internet trying to find different headlines of news stories that talk about. But it was E3. They all, here we go. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Please come back for part 2. And like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.